A team of Oklahoma Army National Guard soldiers donning protective suits and chemical monitoring equipment inspects the grounds of a suspected terrorist compound located on a farm near Verdigris, Oklahoma. Local firefighters stand by to assist the soldiers, who are members of the 63rd Civil Support Team, or CST, a specialized unit dedicated to responding to chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear emergencies. The two groups are part of a larger training exercise focused on building relationships between the 63rd CST and its first responder counterparts in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area. According to Sergeant Warren Williams, a CST survey team leader conducting the mock lab analysis, this type of joint training operation is vital to the CST's mission.
Basically, these are going to be the guys, if something actually does happen, that we're going to be responding with. They're going to be the ones that are calling us for further assistance if they require it. So it's good to have a face-to-face and build a working relationship with these guys. So if in the future, if something actually does happen, we'll be comfortable working with each other, and we'll kind of know each other's practices and be able to integrate seamlessly.
Those agencies involved in the three-day exercise include firefighters from Verdigris, Tulsa, and Claremore, bomb squads from the Tulsa Police Department and the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, as well as emergency management teams from the state and Rogers and Tulsa counties. The Verdigris Fire Department hosted the event, with its station being a central location for those involved and an ideal staging area, and played a key role in securing the location of the event. Brent Wolf, a lieutenant with the Verdigris Fire Department, says no place is immune to this type of activity and was glad his department could benefit from the training as well.
We see stuff like this, you're going to see it anywhere, rural America to big cities. Just knowing and being able to see what's in some of these props is definitely going to be able to let you know when you walk into something like that, you're going to be able to identify that this is probably something I'm not going to want to be in.
Sean Haggerty, a training coordinator from the Davis Defense Group, one of the co-organizers of the event, says this type of exercise is invaluable to the agencies involved in the training.
The lessons learned from this will carry forth in the real-world response with things like we've seen that have recently happened here with the natural disasters we've had here in Oklahoma over the last few months.
Like with natural disasters, the teams are also trained to answer the call when man-made emergencies, such as terrorism, occur, which was the focus of the Day 1 training scenario. The CST and local first responders came together to respond to a mock chemical leak and possible terrorist activity in a train yard at the Port of Catoosa, a strategic location according to Major Gerald Maston, the 63rd CST's acting commander for the event.
Well, obviously, Port of Catoosa is one of Oklahoma's key infrastructure sites. So as a directive from the TAG, we need to get around to all the key infrastructure in Oklahoma so that we understand who's there and develop that relationship. We understand what's there and why it's important, so that if there is an emergency or we're called upon to provide our service, it's not a brand new site, we're not working with strangers, and we understand what the hazards are to ourselves.
Major Maston goes on to say that the groups converged at the farm location based on evidence collected at the Port of Catoosa incident. After locating explosive devices on the ground, the Tulsa Bomb Squad utilized its bomb disposal robot and an EOD technician to neutralize the threat, allowing the CST team and firefighters to enter the premises and conduct a chemical survey. After clearing the outside of the building, they enter and discover a lab containing numerous chemicals and equipment, including those used to make methamphetamine. The team collects and analyzes chemical samples, as well as photographs the location to send to a command center located a short distance away, which is manned by teams from the CST and local firefighters from the area, which, according to Williams, allows the leadership to make informed decisions about the situation.
It gives the decision makers something to work with. It gives them information to push to higher levels. It gives them a way to make a plan, because without our eyes on, without our identifications, without our analysis, they really can't do anything. They can't make a plan of how do we fix this, how do we make this better.
And that communication between the men on the ground and the decision makers, as well as the communication and cooperation among the different agencies, is the key to success in these situations.
We saw here today some instances where during the exercise where communication carried the day. That communication is founded on, in some cases, nothing more than personal relationships, interpersonal relationships between the people and the different organizations, and that carries the day every time.
From the 145 Mobile Public Affairs Detachment, I'm Army Staff Sergeant Larissa Copeland.